Nigeria's capital city, Abuja, is facing renewed scrutiny over security after a series of armed attacks on communities near the city. In just 1 week, armed groups carried out 2 separate attacks, kidnapping about 20 residents. One local vigilante member was killed during the raids. All the abductees were later freed by security officials. We spoke to a father whose 4 children were among those kidnapped. He says no ransom was paid and that he feels lucky to have his children back.
There were 5 at home. The 60 years old, the 30 years old, 9 years old, 6 years old, and 3 years, 3 months old baby. It was the 3 years, 3 months old baby they left at home. And they kept her on the bed. Her leg was on the floor while her head was on the bed. And they used the foam and covered her.
Eyewitnesses like Sani Usman recount the fear and confusion during the attacks.
I had just finished cooking when they arrived. They ransacked my house and even ate the food I had prepared before leaving. They pushed me so hard that I fell into a nearby gutter and injured my hip.
Nigeria continues to battle widespread insecurity, including attacks by terrorist groups in the northeast and armed gangs known locally as bandits who operate mainly in the northwest and parts of the central region. The incidents have raised fresh concerns about safety around the capital, where several communities have experienced a growing number of kidnappings and armed attacks in recent years. Critics say the raids signal a new level of boldness by criminal gangs operating close to the seat of government.
They are everywhere. I think a few days ago or a couple of weeks ago, they entered into the main town. They made away with people. They carted away a man and a woman, even in the midst of people. In the midst of people. So they are everywhere. They operate in information. So I will not be surprised if there are informants around.
Meanwhile, violence continues in other parts of the country. Last week, Islamist militants killed 14 soldiers and wounded several others in 2 separate attacks in northeastern Borno State. And on Monday, Boko Haram fighters reportedly overran another military camp in Borno, killing the commanding officer and several other officers. President Bola Tinubu, who is seeking re-election next year, recently assured security forces that their sacrifices will not be in vain. But critics say the government must now begin to, and I quote, walk the talk.